talking. So, talking about rocks, and the rock metaphor is really, it's really a strong metaphor for me, and I do happen to feel very deeply in communion with rocks and crystals. But today I'm looking at the word rock in a different sense. And the topic here is rock on. So which rock is yours? The noun or the verb? The noun, when you have a rock on, it feels like there's a rock on your chest, that you can't breathe too well, that you feel really depleted, you feel consumed by something, or challenged, or that you really, there's some challenge that you want to solve, and you feel a little deflated by it. And all of us have these rocks on us from time to time. Sometimes rock is a symbol of baggage, that we carry this emotional baggage around, and it feels like we're carrying all these rocks in a backpack on our backs, and we're trying to walk up a hill. And before we go through a technique as to what to do about it, just going into the why of why do we have a rock on our chest? Why do we feel that we've got this backpack full of rocks? And it's always the way that we look at it, the way that we view something. And the way we look at something is not static. It never was, it never will be, yet we've been educated as a society to believe that there is one way to look at something, that how you see it is static, this is right, this is wrong, and that's it. And everything that doesn't fit into what's right for one's life, or how one's been educated into living one's life, everything that doesn't fit into that neat little box that society created for us is a heavy rock on us. And we can actually break through that. We can unbecome who we are not. Just in the same way as I say to my clients, you take a pair of scissors, and the scissors has all this rust on it, and it's lost its ability to cut paper, which was its sole function. So you dip the scissors in some kind of, maybe you dip it in vinegar or something to clean all the rust off. And at the end of it, in a day or two, you see that, oh, the scissors are shiny and brand new, all the rust has just come off, and you can use the scissors. It can perform its function of cutting paper again. So the scissors has unbecome what it was not. It did not have, the rust was never a part of it. That filter of society, the expectations, the approval, the view of what is right was never yours. You get to come from an aligned place where what feels good in your heart, what feels like truth at its deepest level for you and you alone, that is what you can be aligned with. And often the rocks that we carry around are because we're trying to subscribe to someone else's ideas, or society's ideas, or our culture's ideas, or the religious beliefs we subscribe to, those ideas. We're trying to subscribe to every other idea except that connection inside of us, that God within, source within, where we can actually feel aligned. And then we won't have any more rocks. And then sometimes we create those those rocks from, something that just really feels too heavy for us, and knowing the difference in the two types of rocks. Something that feels like it is ours and it feels heavy, and it's from some way that we're identifying ourselves, the way we perceive ourselves. And that's the time to just let go of past history, let go of any notions of future, and be in the moment. And the 2-minute technique is to, if you're a yogi, lie on your yoga mat, go into yoga nidra. If you're not a yogi, lie on the floor, lie on a flat surface, where you can spread yourself out. Lying in nature is the best idea, really. You can spread yourself out and just take some deep breaths, go into deep breathing, go into meditation. If you're outside, just look up at the blue sky and just inhale and exhale. If you're inside, concentrate on your core. Concentrate on the muscles contracting and relaxing, and on the sound of your breathing. And that in itself is a meditation, and it really calms you down to the point of clarity where you can ask yourself the question, is this worth carrying around? Or how may I let this go? And just allow the answer to come to you without any steering it in any direction, self-blame or blaming of circumstances or anyone else. Just allow it to be. So that's the noun, the rocks. And I say that we go into the verb and just rock on, because that's where we want to be. Life can be light. Our load can be lightened. We are the light. And we get to embrace that and be that and align with the deepest truth of that. And know that if we stepped onto that path, if we stepped there, then however disguised as a challenge it may be, that is where our path to where we want to be starts, because we know what we don't want. It leads us to our greatest desires and the path to get there. Love and light to you.